The airline industry has been hit hard by the pandemic. While restrictions have started to ease, many airports are resuming services. One such is Germany's busiest airport, Frankfurt. Our next report brings you more.
The coronavirus pandemic has pushed people indoors and left economies in ruins. The airlines industry is one such victim. Airlines around the world are struggling to stay afloat financially and keep their passengers safe. Airports are witnessing the sharpest drop in ticket bookings. As little as 5,000 people are transiting through Frankfurt Airport. This is 3% of the number of passengers in the pre-pandemic era. As restrictions have started to ease and businesses are trying to regain lost ground, Germany's busiest airport is hoping to push up passenger numbers again.
I think we now have a situation, at least in a lot of European countries, where the spread of the coronavirus has significantly been stopped, so that easing of restrictions are possible. At the same time, there are safety measures in place on one side of a border, just like on the other side.
Experts suggest that even after worst-hit countries in Europe have recorded a drop in the number of Covid-19 cases, it is dangerous to reopen airline industry at the moment. Many countries are facing a second wave of this infection. But with grounded aircraft, the airline industry cannot bear the financial strain. Remember, earlier this week, Latin America's second largest and the world's second oldest airline, Avianca, filed for bankruptcy. So, Frankfurt Airport is joining other businesses in reinforcing strict hygiene measures. Authorities have also urged travellers to self-police by adhering to social distancing regulations and wearing masks. Another challenge is to do with cross-country coordination. Some countries are following stricter quarantine restrictions than others.
Immigration and quarantine restrictions can certainly be questioned from a medical point of view. It's very important to ease those restrictions, and at the same time it's important to coordinate everything. It makes no sense if one country points to its restrictions and another country says, but we have already eased them.
Other businesses are also getting creative to sustain themselves. German automation specialist Bocker has come up with a drive-in testing center. They are also looking at developing a robot to take over testing to safeguard healthcare workers.
This system allows for a completely contact-free corona test. This is an automated system which protects the personnel at drive-in test centers because there is no human contact and only few people are needed to take the samples for the corona test.
The person has to use a QR code to introduce themselves to the robot, then carry out the swab themselves and return the sample to the robotic arm. According to Boca, the robot will be able to test 240 samples in 24 hours. The robot is still in the testing phase, but the makers hope that it can eventually be put to widespread use, especially in the airline industry. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Gold coins marking the Taiwan presidential inauguration have hit record high prices. This comes as the Central Bank of Taiwan unveiled two new commemorative coins to mark the inauguration of President Tsai Ing-wen and Vice President-elect William Lai. A total of 10,000 gold coins and 50,000 silver coins will be sold by the Bank of Taiwan on Inauguration Day. More than 3,000 pre-orders have already been placed, which is now set to go further, with prices at a record $1,873. The silver coins, on the other hand, are priced at a little more than $53 each. Besides the pre-orders, the rest of the coins will be available for sale at some of Bank of Taiwan branches. The Central Bank of Taiwan began issuing these coins in the year 1996, which was the first time Taiwan had a direct presidential election. The gold coin, released in 2016 to mark Tsai Ing-wen's election for the first time, was priced at $1,600. This year's inauguration ceremony will be streamed live online amidst the pandemic. Instead of multiple public events, this year's ceremony will be a simple and solemn one, according to the presidential office. And with that, we take a very short breather. We'll be back with news on the other side. Keep it with WION World as well.